you need another person to add to this team. You got 4 of them right there, and I'll tell you who has been a rock star thus far is Lori Hernandez. She has been off the charts. She helps tremendously on bars.
I mean, this team was so obvious that it was.
And then, of course,
I think the only real question was going to be Locklear or fourth cushion.
As is Michaela Skinner, and then Reagan Smith. She is excellent on the balance beam.
So someone's going to be disappointed.
Like they're acting like Hernandez wasn't going to go or might not go, and it's just they just had to like.
Okay, performance on floor. It's night 1 of the Olympic trials, and we're back in San Jose, California.
No, not really.
The best all-around gymnast at the end of competition on Sunday night is guaranteed a spot to the Olympics. So that leaves 4 spots.
We're not hearing you at all.
Judge for yourself. Is Maggie Nichols one of those 4?
At Nationals, she only did 2 events, so this will be a huge test for her to be able to do all 4 of the events this weekend.
She was disappointed with herself. Said she didn't perform as well as she wanted to, but she got some of the rust off. Oh boy, she does it though. She connects that. That was a little bit over.
Is this better?
There's another
yeah.
One.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Watch this release. Beautiful flight. Nice double layout. Another good landing.
And they really showed Maggie a lot. Like, I'm sorry, they really did.
I mean, it was reasonable to show her. It's just.
It's really a matter of the other events, the floor exercise, and.
I mean, the brutal reality of that injury.
She really needs to improve.
That was her ticket. That MNR was her ticket to Rio.
Let's see what Gabby Douglas has in store for us.
Because it was good. It was a good MNR. For the most part.
Well, Gabby does that, is capable of doing that really difficult vault called the MNR. She did it in London. And Marta Caroli actually said she was a little disappointed. She wasn't ready to show it here. She's going with.
I mean, the problem with the Olympic year is that sometimes you're just going to have injuries that are going to take people out. Much they should have been at the Olympics.
She did a pretty good job.
The injuries is just it. Like Undine and Georgia Godwin.
And all the Italians and all the Japanese girls.
Has the power to do a 2.5, so it all comes almost down to.
And. I mean, we read the list out loud yesterday, Catherine, right?
People like Simone Biles make it look
yeah.
So that you think it's not that hard. It's tricky, and it's actually very.
It's tricky.
So there's
it's tricky.
Would add another half turn,
like
Nastia said.
So I have like sympathy for Maggie, but it's also the story of the Olympic year in like a lot of countries every Olympic year.
Can I tell you how much I enjoy your perspective on this? Because you are no nonsense about it, and I like that. It's kind of like my new doctor at the clinic. She's very no nonsense. She's Indian. And at the end of every appointment, just to make sure like she still likes me, I'm like, you know I adore you, right? Because of your like no nonsense attitude. And she'll smile. I'm like, good. She still likes me. I love when she smiles because she's very like business-like. But then I get her to smile. And I'm like, thank you. I love a woman who is just very serious. Oh, that fills my heart in such a manner that I couldn't even explain. Can you hear me okay?
Where she helps the team most is her next event.
That's a lot of tape.
Maggie Nichols has to absorb a lot of deductions and gets a 14.5.
I don't think you can hear me okay, right? You can't hear me that well?
What intention is Michaela Skinner showing by doing
you sound like you're in a river.
That not only could she help Team USA.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix something. Let me just turn off my fan. How about that?
I can bring home another Olympic medal on vaulting. And we'll see 2 different vaults, the same ones that Simone did, but I believe she's going to flip-flop the order.
Olympic silver medalist.
Pretty good. Doesn't maybe get as huge of a block off the table as she wanted to. But I'll tell you what.
I mean, I hate her block, but
was tremendous.
Olympic silver medalist.
Throughout. This is really tricky.
She is the Olympic silver medalist. I forget. Okay, now can you hear me better?
Then another quick half turn.
Yeah, a little.
Punch that table. Doesn't get the height that she could get, but does a laid out front flip.
Like her block just annoys the fuck out of me.
And a tiny little
Yeah. It's one-handed.
Difficult vaults are exactly.
Well, no, she got it down that time.
Of course you have.
But it's not even like she's like pushing off with that arm.
She's touching it, but she's not using it.
Yeah, she's not. That's a one-arm chung.
First fall, as you see, the maximum score of a 16.4.
And that's a very good number right there.
Like, it's completely legitimate according to the rule book, but
technique-wise,
you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Biomechanically, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, the envelope was always like sketchy for her, right?
Position so you can rebound, but her elbows bend, doesn't get the height that she wanted, does a double full, but
you know, Tim, as you mentioned earlier, that amateur vault is so risky. It can be so dangerous if you're just a little bit off, so it might have been a smart move for her just to do the double twist.
Yeah, I agree. And Tim McCoy is so good at Jade.
She's not here, and her story and why that is the case is a painful one.
See, I love the angel logo for the Olympics so much more than the one we're getting now. That stupid ass LA thing. That angel ate down. That angel was fantastic.
Fell during her bars workout, seriously injuring her elbow, tore ligaments, muscles, emergency surgery on Friday, and doctors tell her she'll be out for 9 months. Alyssa told me that she is determined.
Oh, is a Bauman member her?
Overcome her.
She was so good.
Move on from this. But it's very interesting, though, too, that this is the most emotional day for her ever to be home watching on television. But she did say that watching everything else that's going on in Dallas the last 24 hours has really put her
that shooting
in perspective. So
yeah.
you got a lot of and maturity from this teenager.
Maturity.
Okay, Andrew,
maturity.
Let's go to Lori Hernandez. She had a little bit of a.
I am so glad we've moved on from Andrea.
Me too. I like that girl we got for our NCAAs. Taylor? Was it Taylor?
Haven't been on the piece of equipment since the warm-up 2 hours before, so you just see a little bit off.
The lady wearing pink, essentially.
Yeah, you know, I think if that was the
she was good. She was direct. She talked to you like this. She yelled at the mic. I liked it. I liked her. Very direct.
And I pray that they see something in me that they want. I don't know how they couldn't.
And Lori's event wasn't bars. She wasn't a bar girly.
Now a bunch of releases right in the low.
That turnover, though, my God, drives me crazy. I don't know if in a good way or a bad way. I think I love it. The down knee? Oh, no. That's the weak now. Oh! Stayed on.
And another little correction there.
Your arms are tired by this point.
It was so phenomenal.
No Andrea, no Dougie. Oh my God, it would be the anniversary, wouldn't it? Close enough to the.
And you see that right there. Marta Caroli looking on, and
like, I just want to emphasize, Marta had told the press what her team was months before this.
Yeah.
That's not going to get her biggest score.
So in a way, this is a lot of dog and pony show.
And for all intents and purposes, as did Tom Forrester.
Earlier in the routine, The skill that she came off in warm-up.
Well, I mean,
Perfect there. And immediately into a pack salto.
He said all around order.
Combination. Got through the hard part. Got through the part that she was probably a little bit more nervous
whatever
on.
for, I think, Forrester, I think the team was probably
She was supposed to continue over the bar.
Needed to be a
for
little
what
bit
he
more
knew.
patient and wait
Yeah.
for it.
And honestly,
I mean,
I'll say
yeah,
right.
it could have been a disaster, but like,
You really don't, but that right there.
I say right now, had Jade
the
been on that
problem
team,
I
that
think
wouldn't happen.
Forrester's problem was that the domestic scoring made that choice so obvious, and it was deceptive.
Yeah.
But I'm also not sure who you put in place of, say, a McCallum.
Skinner.
Who could you have
Skinner.
put in McCallum's place?
Skinner.
Yeah, but then Simone happens and you have a problem.
Well, Jade should have been on that team.
What?
Jade should have been on that team as soon as I hate to admit it.
Yeah, but Jade was never going to be on the team as soon as she went for the individual spot. That you're asking the U.S. to give up a gymnast, and that's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Johander. I think the team was the correct team.
Yeah.
I just think it was an incredibly weak year, hidden. Like, I know this is an unpopular thing, but I think Simone has been hiding weakness in the U.S. team for about 8 years now.
As she's been doing.
Yeah. She was the buffer.
Kind of twist a little bit
Yeah,
early.
like all of their, like
the
they dominated almost entirely on the back of her domination.
Yeah.
Big step,
On their coattails.
and as you said, out of bounds.
How her knees did not get destroyed, I do not know.
Because of the best in conditioning, Catherine.
Skill, and so it's going to bring in a big number.
But
It's going to be evolved.
I guess I'm going to say this publicly, and I haven't said it publicly so much, but like, the juniors are in trouble.
Oh, yeah. The juniors are not great. I'm sorry. They're just not up to the caliber that we've been used to. And I think COVID has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I think COVID has a lot to do with it. But like, you lose Simone, maybe Shy, maybe Jordan, definitely Suni after Paris. And I'm just not sure that you have the people to replace those gymnasts.
There's LeBron.
Going to make the Olympic team because of one event, and that's the uneven bars. And her stability on balance beam and potentially being able to put in.
How do you think Cecile's going to do at Georgia?
I think that Ryan is going to do most of the little things and she's a big name.
Yeah.
Shockingly, she made a mistake in the second.
So I think I have some tea.
On the uneven bar, right near the top, right here.
I was told that
Ben straddles her legs just a little bit.
I don't know if I can say this. Well, I think I know where Carrie Akers is going.
Is a huge error, but for everybody else, it's just
Well,
it was a little off right there.
I think there is the open rumor she's going to Georgia.
Yes, I think that's where she's going.
It's a little bit of a separation of the legs.
And I'm kind of here for it. No, it's Georgia.
Here's that skill. Oh my God.
That's the rumor.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Release right here.
But heavy emphasis on rumor.
This is the trickiest part of her routine. Right here. This release, now connected, beautiful.
Her bars have come such a long way, my God.
Like, she doesn't have a great swing, but she has such smartly trained this event.
Yeah. Especially
Like,
now.
If I wanted to, like, point to evidence that Simone is a really smart gymnast, it's not, like, her best events at bars.
Yeah. Yeah, her swing has come such a long way. Like, Laurent really turned her out.
See there, Team Biles.
Oh, Brenna Dowell, my queen.
And remember, we showed you what she did at the PNG Championships. And right here, she's just a little bit under. She should have enough energy to make it over the bars. Splits those legs just a little bit, though.
And here's that combination that she does.
Like, I'm not the biggest
Hikes
Simone
to
fangirl
Kachev
by
into
any means,
an immediate pack
but like
salto.
I admire her.
Yeah.
Is this part of why
That
you and
doesn't
Aussie don't
mean
have
that I
her on
sort of want
the
to
uneven
watch her
bars
win
on
everything,
your
but
constructed Olympic team?
I certainly admire her.
I can see that.
She is. This is if she has a week.
Joanna said Brenna is Jana Beger of the Rio Quad, and I agree.
World Championship final on this, and
Well,
I can see that.
Well, Brenna Dowell did have an insane meltdown at Worlds on bars. But I will give it to her, though. That floor routine without music, my God, that's my favorite moment of gymnastics ever. Like, for a girl to go out there and be like, I can do this with my music, fuck the music, and do the routine she did, my God. Brenna Dowell, the gymnast that you were.
So,
because if there is
I feel like
Team USA is a little bit weak, it's on the
Locklear's problem as a legacy is that she did not win a medal in 2017.
Yeah.
First one, the Secret Classic. Ashton came out a
Like,
little ahead,
she almost needed to win that bars medal to prove that she should have been on this team, and when she didn't.
The thing about this that's critical is, and you see the average score there, it's only a 10.
I still talk to her on OnlyFans.
Nothing. But the thing that Madison has
well, yeah.
is she actually has
I've been trying to get her to come on the show because I feel like she has a lot of tea.
World champion on the
I'm not sure that's tea we want to be part of spreading, though.
No. But it'd be a fun interview.
What makes her routine so difficult?
I have seen more of her than I ever really wanted to. But she's a rockin' bod.
Any of them.
I love this right here. She usually catches far, so it looks so flighty.
I don't think that there's that much more to tell about Simone and Morgan.
Yeah? Yeah. Her body is insane. She does have a body, yada, 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 yada. And I'm just like, you know what? If I had that body, I can't say I wouldn't do OnlyFans either.
More of night one of the 2016 Olympic trials. It all concludes on Sunday night. The team gets announced right here live on NBC.
I'm just glad that, in part, that Marta is gone because I'm sure she'd have like things to say about that.
Oh my! Can you imagine? Oh, you know what? I have another microphone. Hold on. Let me go get another microphone. Hold on.
Lifetime of participation.
And it's a Gabby Gold.
Do you want to get started in gymnastics? Start the journey today.
Get the gold medals ready. The Fab Five is going gold.
Here's how. Go to NBCOlympics.com/goldmap to discover the direct route to Olympic sports programs near you. Find your path with the Gold Map today.
Monday, American Ninja Warrior moves back to 8-7 Central, and Ninja's newest breakout sensation, Jessie Graff, returns for her chance to go down in history. New American Ninja Warrior, Monday on NBC. Huge number for Ashton Locklear and an important performance for her of 15.75. But your leader,
I think it'll be a mid-off because there are like excellent gymnasts competing for things. I think this trials might be the most competitive in a long time.
Back in San Jose with Gabby Douglas, and now it's time for the Moments of Progress presented by Citi. Has there been progress?
Absolutely, and she really capped off a floor routine. Look at the landing. Boom.
I mean, I think the closest you might get to a competitive all-arounder is if DiCello continues to increase her scores, because right now she's in the 56s.
Moments of Progress presented by Citi, sponsors of Progress.
I feel weird about Jordan. I want to see her compete before I say things about her this year.
In a tie.
And if she wants progress, towards making her second Olympic team. This is a key routine for her. It's where she really helps the U.S. She's tremendous here. Everything connects together.
Jordan or DiCello?
Now down to the low bar, beautiful.
I think it already has it internationally, though.
Very tricky, this whole sequence right here. Nicely done.
How's this? Is this better?
I mean, she had a 13-8 at Pan Am Games on beam.
That was a tremendous
Catherine,
routine.
is this better?
Just the dismount at the end. Big step on the landing, but before that,
Catherine, is this better?
really great stuff from Gabby Douglas.
And as you remember, we had her in there on the team finals going up on the Neva bar. So this was key for her. Look at this height that
Catherine.
Yeah?
Is this better? Turn me up.
No.
Turn me up on your end.
No, you're much worse than you were a few minutes ago.
Am I really?
Yes. Like, this is terrible. Undo whatever you've done.
How's this?
That's fine.
Okay. That's weird.
But, like...
Okay. All right, let's keep on.
she gets on that release move, and then she flies right down to the low bar. Beautiful.
And so this is very intricate. Only gymnasts I've seen do this on the low bar. She's going to go into a very different grip. She'll do a half turn. This is called an inverted grip. And she does that straddled element. And then watch right here. Flies up with an extra half turn. Really hard stuff.
And here's the dismount. So she does a double layout.
Oh, hi, Night Cheese.
Is a stretch position all the way around.
How are you, baby?
Full twist. So 1, 2, pike down a little bit in a pretty big step and another step. So quite a lot of deduction on that one dismount.
There is no way they're taking both DiCello and Leanne.
Oh, no, in no world. Absolutely not.
That would leave home a potential event medalist.
They probably took 3 on one of them and 1/10 on the other one.
So does her stock take a hit here?
Well, she didn't do herself a...
That's good to hear, baby. I'm glad you're doing great. Okay, so for those of you who didn't hear yesterday, and I hope you can hear me now, I will be streaming the entire Olympic journey. So make sure you tune in. If you can, subscribe. I am going to be turning back on the subscriber-only video library, mostly because that gift was for NCAA season in and of itself. So make sure you subscribe if you want to watch back on all the meets coming up.
With form and some of those handstands, legs should be paced together. You see them flip around a little bit. Nice flight on that right there, though. Was doing a very difficult distance.
I'm the same way. I like the gymnastics, but I don't see them making it.
She's gone to this full
Not both of them, at least.
It's a very good idea. Really an excellent routine for Michaela Skinner. She has been doing her job, and I'll tell you, the entire time in San Jose, the person that was watching her most was Marta Caroli. Every move she made.
Marta liked Michaela.
The past few days here in San Jose, her eyes have been locked
I
on
feel
her.
like DiCello probably could not win an all-around medal given the context of the other people around, but like I think she'd be better placed than Leanne at the moment. But I'm on Kalia Newmar bronze medal in the all-around train.
practice with her the night before.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the clever move that she makes to disguise any potential embarrassment. She does a nice side aerial, gets herself closer to the mound, and throws a very respectable pitch. So here you have a young woman who's completely comfortable in this huge pre-Olympic spotlight, but she told me that on that baseball field, she could not wait.
Kaylee need more bronze on floor all around and beam plays. That could happen.
Skinner.
Because the internet.
I mean, I'm here for Newmar medaling as much as possible. I'm just like, I particularly want her to medal in the all around.
Yeah. I feel like on bars, that bar medal is hers, and the young lady from China.
Swan is going to have words on that.
Yeah, Shisha Shuang, yeah.
Started a year before the London Olympics.
And hopefully Suni, for all intents and purposes. I would love that.
It's been gold, 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 and gold.
We will see by next week if we still have that opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
Destroying everybody else.
I just hope Suni comes out swinging. Oh my God, I would love that for her.
We mentioned that she just missed an all-around gold medal.
Oh, Johanna with the
after next weekend will have a lot of things clearer.
Look what Johanna just said.
Easily make the Olympic team, but be left out of the lineup the first day, and wouldn't be one of the top two.
I think the travesty that Allie Raisman's bar score that high. That's just me, y'all.
And clean enough to earn that spot in the qualifying rounds.
It's not pretty, but it's efficient.
Yeah.
And it makes that a little bit more possible. Now, Allie would not do uneven bars in the team final.
I mean, I don't think there's anything more offensive about her bars, at least in 2016, than, say, lots of other all-arounders with a particular weak event.
Say their names.
Derwal's vault.
True. Okay.
The Visser's vault.
Visser has an okay vault.
Well, without a doubt, you know, she had that mistake on the uneven bar. She actually started really well on vaulting.
I think that there is, I'm not going to say this about Allie's bars, but something that is incredibly efficient can be beautiful.
Yeah.
Big surge from the crowd. Doesn't have a tremendous amount
I'd love
of
this routine.
What I want to see is how do you deal with adversity? So, in many ways, she could
But also, you know, I think Allie is always going to be haunted by that awful 2011 bars routine.
Oh, yeah. Or her floor at Worlds.
Ooh, that was a
big save.
Big save.
So if Lori could have done bars in Rio, who would not have done the all-around?
Gabby.
Do you think they would have left Gabby off of bars?
Oh, that's true.
I think it would have been Allie.
Yeah, Allie, yeah. I forgot about her, but yeah, no, yeah, Allie. Allie, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Olympic silver medalist on beam.
Well, besides that big save she had, she was very rock solid on all the other skills. Looked confident, looked calm.
So, like I said, in a lot of ways.
So I don't know if
this could be a plus for her.
I don't think I ever showed you this, Catherine. I made this for Gymcastic a while back.
She does, and
Hold on.
Coming up next for her.
I wonder if we'll find it.
Here's where she had a little bit of a problem. So you see, she
I'm
does 3
surprised that
elements in a
Al
row.
is not
2,
complaining
the
about
first
all
2
the
are great.
purple
The
and
second
pink.
one, her back foot
Right.
doesn't even touch the beam. She steps forward instead. Here's another
I think that's my favorite Al moment. We're at Worlds. He was telling Nasha he hated her pink. Oh my god. The shade, he dragged her.
That's a great save.
And then here's her dismount. You always want to put an exclamation mark on the landing. Double pike. Just a tiny hop.
Is there a medal from Rio, Mag or Wag, that you don't think should have happened?
Kohi. It should have been Oleg. I said what I said. It should have been Oleg.
Much more to come as we set the stage for a Sunday night when the team will be announced.
1000% it should have been Oleg. Oleg should be the Olympic all-around champion. And that will die on that hill.
Back in San Jose, night 1 of the Olympic trials. Big number for Lori Hernandez on the balance beam, 15.5. And we've talked a lot in the eyes of Tim Nastasia's looking at things, that the spot on the team on the uneven bars may be a battle between Ashton Locklear and Madison Koshin. That would mean this next few minutes a huge deal for her. And look at how close it's been. Ashton Locklear with a very clutch 15.75 here tonight. So it's really a matter of tenths. Now the men, when they picked their team, Tim and Nastia, they went completely by the numbers. Is that how Marta Carolla is going to do it?
Absolutely not. And she
Absolutely not.
Today, right before the competition began, she said, you know, we're going to take a lot of things into account, but we have our own numbers that we're giving these kids, in addition to the numbers that the judges do.
Yeah, Tatiana Perovskaya was sitting next to her giving her real scores.
There's Team Koshin. That's Thomas Koshin, Madison's dad. That seat next to him is empty because we're told Cindy, her mom, is nervously pacing the concourse.
Sounds familiar. You know, and what Marta is also looking for is not just the uneven bars for both Ashton and Madison. Madison is doing all 4 of the events here, so Marta really could use her and could count on her on the other events, whereas Ashton only can do the uneven bars and the balance beam.
And that's exactly what Marta told me today, that was a plus for her, and it certainly will come into play.
I mean, I think some people were robbed in the Mag Floor final because of the audience behavior, but who do you...
Tied with 3 other gymnasts for that.
I told you. Oleg should be the all-around champion.
Absolutely gorgeous on this event.
No,
She's looking for
I'm talking to Johanna in chat.
Oh, my bad.
Now watch this. Right into this super difficult. Oh. Big release.
Maybe I've seen way too many Landy bars.
A little bit over on that handstand. It'll be at least a 10th.
Mom can come back down now.
I just love watching her do bars. I mean,
I don't even remember who won bronze on floor in Rio.
Did you feel bad that your mom never would watch you?
Oh, Amy.
Amy Tinkler. What, Amy Tinkler?
Generally a fan of British floor, so I could see that.
Did you get what I sent you?
I'll have to look.
Just beautiful. Look at that position in the air. And then she transitions into this uber difficult release.
Where did you send it?
In your texts. Do you want it on Twitter?
Then, what we always
Yeah, send it on Twitter because my phone is doing Twitch.
Okay, yeah.
It does not like when I try to do multiple things.
Okay, let me send it to you.
To a double twisting, single twisting, double back, and boom.
Bam.
Bam.
And look
Boom.
at that. That is exactly what every single one of these girls on the floor is looking for.
There it is.
The nod of the head and the good.
It's kind of blurry because it's in the cloud, but
I'd have called it great.
Now our leader here on night 1.
yes.
Oh, wow.
That is the Babadook as Marta Carolla.
Simple and not have to worry. Not that she has anything to worry about.
Yeah.
But
So do we want to watch 2021 on Sunday?
Yeah, we can do 21 on Sunday, and then we're ready for Classic.
I would make a very big bet. Wow.
What is that turn, Simone?
Simone, you know Simone hated that.
Not only because
This is the era with Simone was still kind of like young and bratty. This is my favorite Simone. Now she's Simone the wife.
I like that Simone is angry when she wins and with a mistake.
Yeah. Is this the one where she's like my legs feel like Jello? I'm just tired. I hated the little bounce back.
Why did you hate it?
we're just so accustomed to
What?
seeing her never
What I hate what?
any
The bounce
bobbles
back.
at
Why
all.
did you hate it?
Oh, it just looks stupid. I don't know. I don't like it. That in Pauline Schaefer does that. I'm just like, don't do that, Pauline. I feel like you're gonna fall every time. I'm not a fan of a bouncy.
Yeah, I
bouncy.
think Simone is better for having someone challenging her.
Oh yeah. So for sure, it's gonna be Rebecca and Simone 1-2, right?
Yeah,
Did you hear me? Yeah, thank you.
I would not put I think Simone is probably going to win gold, but I think Rebecca is going to make a run for it, and she could win.
Yeah.
And here was, of course, so uncharacteristic. You know, as
I would
Jen
not
said,
put
we
money
see
on
her
Vol.
Pretty much perfect all the time. You see this.
I think Simone is going to win floor,
She goes
and
around almost
is
twice and
like Beam is
just
going to beam.
completely off balance, but
Yep.
able to save that.
That's the one Simone is missing is her beam gold at the Olympics.
And she spun around again and somehow held on.
Yeah, but
this
Beam is
what
going to
she
beam.
does so
Yeah.
well. Takes the power,
Oh, actually,
had a
we have
little
comments on YouTube I'm looking at.
none
Oh, hi Taylor.
at all.
I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm now looking at the YouTube chat. I'm so sorry, Taylor. Let me see. I think Marta ultimately made the right choice for the team, but the domestic scoring caused false hope for some of the gymnasts, kind of like Kyla scoring so much lower in London than the U.S.
So the last two times they competed
Okay, so for classics, join us on Twitch. I will be broadcasting classics live,
as we've been saying overall,
and then we'll do a postmortem after that.
looking for what have you done for me lately?
The
It's not
international
what you've done in
feed
the
so that
past,
we'll get
it's
to see
what you've
everybody?
done
Yes,
most
of course.
recently, and right there, it's a dead heat on the last two scores, and you add in the fact that
I'll just need to I get paid in 2 days, so I'll buy the VPN so we can watch it
Ashley really
internationally.
needs to show her stuff here on balance beam.
And we can commentate over it. If you're wondering what link to go to,
Adex, what is your Twitch channel? Or your YouTube channel?
my YouTube channel is Adex at Night
Same
or
score
Adex Inc.
from
Productions.
Simone.
It's
Now
both of
two
those.
times around.
My Twitch is Adex Inc. with 2 C's at the end because I messed it up when I made it. Taylor said, okay, perfect. I'm so stoked to see Gabby, Simone, and Suni. That will ever happen again. Well, we will see about that. Hopefully. We get to see more, but I doubt it. Yeah, you're right.
Really, if she made that team, she would most likely be doing balance beam in the qualifying round, not in the team final. But what they're looking for is absolute consistency. Marta talks about it non-stop, not just to the press, to myself, but the entire team. That is what she is. So
I think that
keen
the
about.
U.S. beam judging, in particular this year, is a problem.
She thinks that she's
Yeah.
lacking on her consistency on beam, so that was
And I like how everybody went after my neck.
just proven to that point.
After I didn't call Amy out. I was just like, Amy, what the hell was that score? And we talked about that privately, and she said I was right. Like, And I think it's going to rear its head for the selection procedure, and people are going to be like, oh, Adex was right. And I'll be like, yes, I was. Thank you very much.
Wait, did she say you were right?
Yes.
That the score was wacky?
Yes.
She was on the video.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I really want to know what the U.S. judges think they're doing.
She is done for the evening. She's only doing 2 events.
It's like, I'm telling you, when I'm right, I'm right. And I was right. That God forbid the gym internet and its everlasting freaking knowledge. My God.
It's painful. Train your entire life if you're going to.
Oh, this Chris Burnett's bitch ass.
I don't see that much of a problem on the other events. I don't know why it's being.
I don't either. Oh, don't cry. Simone and her were really good friends at one point.
It's
step out into a layout step out. Let's look at her hips, her shoulders. Good right there. And gosh, just came down and her first foot was kind of turned sideways.
Taylor
as she was
said, huge problem. People are in denial about it. But the execution scores being in the age of significant wobbles is wrong. Agreed. And then Joanna said,
yeah.
That's professional though,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
agree.
had that conversation about, I think it's unethical for people who are on a panel to discuss the score for a routine they judge.
No, I agree. But here we are.
It'll be very interesting to see what she does in the last rotation. Oh, that's it. You're right. Sorry.
She has 2 routines Sunday night where she can make up a little bit of ground.
I think Locklear just knew that she wasn't going to get it because she couldn't do anything but bars and beam.
Kind of like
there
Nedorashik.
was that line about someone saying they weren't impressed with Koshin's floor, but existed, and they were basically the same gymnast.
Yeah. Because Asher hadn't done floor since like 2014.
Like, I don't think you were ever going to want to use Madison's floor unless you had a Tokyo situation. But, like, Tokyo proved that you can't act like you're never going to have a Tokyo situation.
1,000%. And Reagan was never going, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. I mean, Reagan is like Hazley this year. Or Jayla Hang.
Yeah. I see that.
Madison's floor was great, and especially before her injury. Like, I'm more in the Madison all-around we'd never got.
Watch this right here.
Reagan is like the less good Lori in 2016. Well, I don't like that. If we're thinking purely gymnastics, I can see it.
Coach Kim Zemeskel told me, I just hope she has enough coins in her bucket.
What I think I wonder if NBC is going to try and make it sound like the first-year seniors have a chance.
I will. Okay, so Taylor said she would have fallen apart if she actually competed in Rio. Texas Dreams really put her through it, but it's not talked about enough.
A little bit of a balance check.
But Taylor knows her shit. Their shit. Taylor, girl, boy. MF. I want to have the proper pronouns. Or if you're, what are your pronouns, Taylor? Boy, okay. He, him.
So do we think that Zemeskel has improved herself?
I mean, just letting go of Chris Burdett is improving enough in my eyes.
Like, she's starting to show up again, which is why I'm asking.
She's not even 16 years old yet.
I just want better for her.
She opens up with a back handspring to a back layout, and look how stretched that position is. That's exactly what the judges are looking for.
I want better for her herself, you know what I mean?
Back flip, full twist.
I want her to show up for herself in the way that the adults in her life never did. And I think if she were to show up for a gymnast in that way, just by doing that, she's doing more than enough at this
Well,
point.
there are those rumors that she did like reach out to a bunch of people and admit mistakes, and I'm not saying she's avoiding cameras, but she's not seeking them out.
Up on that landing.
Yeah. Taylor said, personally, Chris seemed like he was sexually harassing the gymnast. You could see it in the training videos. He gave me horrible vibes. It just did not sit well with me. Even that video, that flow gymnastics or whatever video was not a good move for them.
So is this Leo that Koshin and Smith are wearing? Is this the sparkly vagina Leo?
I don't know.
Could be.
Yes, absolutely.
I hate Maggie's wolf turns.
And a few months ago,
I mean, what's worse about them than other wolf turns?
She's not. So, to be in caustic position, as Blythe calls it, that is the proper term for it. You have to be close. Your center of gravity has to be closer to the floor, and your leg has to be actually horizontal to the floor. So,
Night Cheese, there was a Leo in this era that people called the sparkly vagina Leo.
oh, I remember.
And I think it's the one that Koshin and Smith are wearing.
Actually seeing more
I like Maggie best in college.
than we've seen so far. Everybody looks a little bit on edge.
Like, I feel like Maggie and KJ really works well together.
Team is now counting down to.
And I mean, Maggie's just a consummate gymnast.
The pressure just really gets to you. But that's what Marta Caroli is looking for. She's looking for.
And I will die on that hill, Catherine. I will.
Team that the pressure doesn't get to them.
She actually wants to see
The knee injuries caused her to lose her forms. I couldn't stand her leg form on floor either. And it always went to OU. I agree.
at the P&G champion.
1,000%.
But that
And there was just something, for me, magical and effervescent about Maggie Nichols in college. Same with Kyla Ross. They blossomed in college.
a lot of athletes say that the trials
Bridget
is worse than
Sloan?
the games themselves. But this right
God
here,
damn it, Catherine. I always forget Bridget Sloan as well.
couldn't even fight for that landing.
Here's another look. Just look at her
Right off to the side.
completely off.
Right from the jump.
Sloan, why are you so forgettable?
There'll be some damage done here in the third rotation. One more to go here in San Jose.
Why is Bridget Sloan forgettable? I don't know.
Like, I really like Bridget Sloan when I remember her.
News exclusive behind the
But when I don't even think about her in any conversation.
Google Play Store and iTunes to
Because
Who was that
that's,
fetus next to Nichols? Isn't that Smith?
yeah, that was Reagan.
Simone Biles is the leader, no surprise there, but you might want to think about not being in third if you're Allie Raisman, because that may be how Team USA figures out what their strategy is going for the all-around in Rio. Back after this in San Jose.
Oh, no, there was another girl who looked like Reagan from Texas Dreams. It was another girl. She was tinier.
Last rotation here in
Let
San
me
Jose.
see if I can look up the trials results.
On the road to Rio.
Okay.
The NBC Sports app available online, on mobile, tablet, and connected TV. Download the NBC Sports app and find out more at NBCOlympics.com. Allie Raisman set to go on the balance beam. She's in third place and going to break. We told you why.
Bailey Key?
And second may be an important deal going
I
forward.
don't think she was here.
And she can improve her standing because of this, but she is so hard on herself.
Hi, Klaus.
Okay.
One of the things she does, she's going to raise her hand.
Reagan
I like
Smith,
that.
Madison
She says,
Cochin,
"When I
Gabby
salute,
Douglas,
I remind
Maggie
myself
Nichols,
I've worked really hard."
Amelia Henley, Brenna Dow,
She said
Christina
this is the best she has felt
Desiderio,
since
Rachel
2006 when
Gowie,
she came
Emily
back.
Shields,
And her quest for a
Ashton
silver
Locklear. So it's either Emily Shields, Amelia Henley,
It's not Amelia. Amelia.
Christina Desiderio, or Rachel Gowie.
I don't even remember who it was that was sitting next to her. Not Reagan, not Rachel. All right, enough. Sorry, I'm here with Klaus.
I think this Leo makes Allie look more muscular.
Oh, yeah, it does.
This routine has a lot of
They said it was Abby Walker, but Abby Walker wasn't on that list, was she?
from this front flip.
No.
Keep moving a little bit off, and so she doesn't do it.
Oh, hi, Oscar.
Use a 10th for
I mean,
being off.
the people who competed Olympic trials were Simone
Use
Biles,
a 10th of a point for
Lori Hernandez, Allie Raisman, Michaela Skinner, Reagan Smith, Madison Koshin, Gabby Douglas, Maggie Nichols, Amelia Hundley, Brenna Dowell, Christina Desiderio, Rachel Gowie, Emily Shields, and Ashton Locklear.
It was Emily Shields then.
And that's why you want Allie Raisman on your Olympic team.
On another note, Rachel is such a promising junior, and I'm sad she never lived up to her potential. I agree.
Mary Lee Tracy.
Oh, Oscar,
Mary Lee Tracy gave her a hug because I think she knew.
Oscar, will you please, for me, even if we have to clip this, will you send your co-host some positive energies for me? I know that her house got hit by a tornado, and I hate that for her. And so just tell her that I'm sending her positive energies.
No damage on
Thank you, Oscar.
Be a two-time Olympian, though.
It's one of the most enjoyable things you'll see on this night. Lori Hernandez on the floor.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, Alyssa Bauman had injured herself.
Yeah. This floor was everything, though.
This was the best floor in Rio. I'm not kidding.
The best performed floor, like, it's her effervescence. Like, Lori is a performer. And I can't wait to see her acting, honestly. I'm gonna cry. That little girl is going to win an Oscar one of these days, or an award of some sort, and we're all going to be mouth agape because that is in her DNA. And I want that for her. I want that for her. Oh yeah, the music is trash.
But it's American music.
Yeah, but you mark my words. This girl is going to, this woman, the Latina woman is going to win an Emmy or an Oscar or a Tony or something one of these days because she is, it's just in her destiny. She's going to Tish? Are you kidding me? Like, fuck off. She's going to Tish? She's going to eat down. Taylor says,
I hate that I like Maggie Haney's choreo.
is that Maggie or is it the assistant?
Whatever. I hate that I like MJ Elite's floors.
Oh, yeah, agreed. Taylor says she was the only one who didn't care about turning down the performance. She literally gave 20% while everybody gave 50%. Agreed.
She is so
I will say, though,
talented. So
oh, it's Maggie? Oh, I hate that for us. Oh, Maggie was a gymnast. Oh, y'all remember that story about Maggie and the police and the death
Thanks.
at college? Oh, my God.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. It's so scandalous.
When you grab blurred, that's how you kill it. Thanks.
They raised them down to 14.8.
And what got affected most is that potential
And we have her back next year.
We do have, yeah, Taylor. We have her back next year, so.
She didn't put all those things together.
Aren't we all ready for Maggie Haney back?
No, we're not in the least.
On even bars, could she possibly contribute somewhere else?
Oh, absolutely.
Oscar, you heard that too. I did too. I heard that.
Qualifying round and potentially even in the team final, she has to be able to do skills like this, though. Watch, very difficult half turn, then a front flip. Perfect.
I talked to Action on OnlyFans. She's nice. I was trying to get her on the show, but Catherine says no. So I'm gonna have to like figure out how to like stop.
There's tea that is gonna burn you when you try to spell it.
It's so scalding hot. Oh my God, Catherine, you are the teapot. You're Mrs. Potts.
Lost her teammate.
Certain as the
Championships,
sun.
Alyssa Bowman injured her elbow. She's here.
True as
alone.
it can
She's
be,
completed
tale as
this
old
in
as
her whole
time.
career.
Ever since they were about 3 years old, they've been side by
Catherine
side.
is my teapot.
I'll tell you what.
She's like, no, we can't spill that tea.
And
And it's something she's just like, let it spill.
Yeah,
it's going through.
Johander's got why I think that's not a good idea.
That tea is not stable. That is instability.
Consistency.
Instability, Catherine.
The Gymnastics Congress is going on here in San Jose.
Oh my
So this is
God,
off the
that is
charts.
hilarious.
Gymnastic, knowledgeable.
So I am always amazed how many people attribute Koshin to Valeri.
Yeah, no, she was the Landy girl.
Yeah, like I will never get not be on the train of pointing out that
And you know, they make
that
this-
Valeri
this
has
still look
exactly
so
one
easy, but
Olympian
I'm telling you, it is so
from the
difficult,
US.
especially
And it's his
as you
daughter.
just said, Tim, it's a blind lane and you don't even see where the beam is. And that dismount.
Well, I mean, that's why Simone hired them because, like, through Maddie.
Beautiful. Chest up. Just a, well, pretty big hop back, but you know, that was
I want to know who WCC is going to hire as their new head coach.
Jade Carey, not Jade Carey, Brian Carey.
Brian Carey?
Mark my words, it's going to be Brian Carey.
Pressure that she can do it when it counts.
And are those two future teammates?
It is looking very much like that now.
Well, Jade and Simone seem to get along, so.
14.7 on the
You know why, though? You know why, Catherine?
The deductions
Yeah, I know why. Jade is a narc.
Jade is a narc!
Start score, but really what that routine sells and brings home is that
That's
she
so
is
funny.
reliable. A word Marta used
I'll try, Oscar. I'll try to talk Catherine into it, but I doubt it's going to happen. I mean, she's stunning. Who cares? I don't know. Yeah, same.
15.3 to increase.
Yes, this is going to Georgia. Yeah.
Night is done. Atlee Raceman's night is done. This is the last rotation. Wow, Sunday's going to be.
So can we go to the next day?
Here's Simone Biles. We showed you
Yeah,
earlier
so
throwing out
Laurent
first
is staying on WCC for a year because their daughter is graduated from high school, and he wants to compete her last diving year there.
Yeah.
And so he's going to help them hire a new coach, and then he's going to Athens.
For Sean, what's up with that wing?
Well, as you see here, Sean, she was completely surprised. And
Not
yesterday,
Kyla sitting
yesterday,
first
when
row on the
came
floor.
up to me and she's like, they told me I'm not allowed to wink anymore. And I said, so you're not going to wink? She goes,
Laurent, stay at home, husband, incoming. Oh,
Deduction.
I hope he gains a little weight. I want to see Laurent kind of fluffier. I would be so hot that way.
Not in a million years would it be a 1/10.
This is the salary, $500,000 a year.
She just wants to
She's a first-year coach. I
I
understand.
mean, she has no experience coaching NCAA.
Yeah,
Well, let's watch and see. If
and that's more than sufficient to live in Georgia,
But in addition to the wink, Al, this is
especially in Athens.
this is just off the charts tumbling from start to finish.
I want to see what her press calls are like.
Oh, please. And I'm kind of happy Lily Smith is staying there.
Not.
This is Mario Party, is it not?
I don't think it comes from Mario Party. I think they share the same source inspiration.
Okay, well, the entire time that she had this moment like, this is Mario Party. But you can't tell me it isn't. Like, I will die on that hill. And this is the Black Eyed Peas.
I love her tumbling and I hate her floors.
Same. They're trash. I'm sorry, Simone. They're trash.
I mean, her tumbling makes them worth it, but like,
I love the Hey Big Spender floor. I love that one. That's my favorite Simone floor is the Hey Big Spender.
her and Coupettes. Honey, they fired Coupettes.
Yeah, they fired Coupette. It's Ryan. It's Coupette's assistant coach, Ryan. Yeah, they fired Coupette's. Coupette's is gone.
They didn't even pretend they weren't firing Coupettes. Coupettes didn't even get to go spend time with her family.
Yeah, she did. And I saw Coupette's in Fort Worth.
The scary thing is, she can be way better than that. There were a lot of little hops around.
It's just like you can't see anything on the floor. It's so hard.
Taylor, do you not know this? They fired Courtney Coupette. They kicked her in the ass. I was there in Fort Worth. Like, I think Coupette knew she wasn't coming back. She was a little too emotional. Hold on, let me go get some ice. I need some ice.
NBC's coverage of the 2016 U.S. Olympic Gymnastics Trials is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Taste the feeling. And by Disney's The BFG, now playing in theaters everywhere.
Yeah, Taylor, Coupettes is gone.
Simone Biles, some of the biggest scores of the night. She's your easy leader, 15.7 off a dazzling acrobatic floor exercise.
It's Ryan who was Coupettes' assistant, who is the co-head coach.
Simone Biles, if you get a chance, take it. 5 years ago, if you would have said that I'd be at the Olympic trials in a few years, I would have thought you were out of your mind. A couple of roommates, Allie Raisman and Madison Koshin. Roomies, and Kim Zemesco with the legend Bella Caroli and a couple of his pupils, Reagan Smith and Kim Zemesco. And then Zac Efron was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And he said, thanks for the heads up, the Ellen Show. Good luck at the Olympic trials, Simone Biles. And Biles had been on the DeGeneres show telling Ellen that she was just enamored with Zac Efron. And, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to pass out.
This is such a, like, they were teenagers thing.
I was there to do CPR if she needed it.
And in a social media update, Natalie Morales of the Today Show is here. She's now following me. And there's Carrie Smith, Reagan's mom.
And this is really, I don't know. I mean, she's so tiny. She's so darling to look at. And she really plays to that.
And she's 16.
This isn't just cute. This is adorable stuff right here with big gymnastics to boot.
Like, he's not describing a 16-year-old. So I'm going to point out that there was a famous Addams Family routine in the Caroli gym when Kim Zemesco was a gymnast.
Not derogatory.
Mom loved it, and why not? One more performance to go, and it's Gabby Douglas trying to get back to the Olympics, and she will be on the balance beam. Opening night of the Olympic trials. The judges saw a lot of deductions on Reagan Smith's floor exercise of 14.
So we move on to the next day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. No,
So
I have to.
I just want to point out, I'm trying to read the Australian Championship schedule, and I want to read you. This page I'm reading is titled Friday the 12th.
Is this what?
It is currently Friday the 10th of May. I don't know when Friday the 12th of May is.
Oh, that's not today. That'd be Sunday.
That's a day that does not exist.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Keep on. Go ahead.
Ray McKesson at 11.
Tonight at the Olympic trials, American Simone Biles tries to clinch the only guaranteed spot to represent Team USA. Allie Raceman has been smiling lately because the feeling is that she's going to join Simone and return to the Olympic Games. After that, her former teammate Gabby Douglas has changed the feeling around her. She needs to stick it tonight to change that feeling. The Olympic trials start now. NBC Sports welcomes you to the final night of the U.S. Olympic trials at the SAP Center, the home of the San Jose Sharks. Gymnastics legend Bella Caroli gives a big thumbs up to Simone Biles. She has a comfortable 1-point lead, and that's the feeling around her, that she's going to do this by just being her. Good evening, everybody. I'm Al Troutwick, along with Nastia Lukin and Tim Daggett. Andrea Joyce is also along. Just about everything you're going to see tonight matters, and it matters a lot. But let's start things off by talking about Gabby Douglas. Tim, what happened to her in night one, and why was it so big?
Well, first of all, Gabby Douglas, she's the reigning Olympic all-around champion. Last year at the Worlds, runner-up to Simone Biles in the all-around. But the trials process, she has not looked sharp at this point in time, and it got really dicey when she went over to the balance beam. Got all of her very difficult skills out of the way, and look at this. It's a required skill, a simple full turn off the beam, 1 full point in deductions. Like I said, she has not looked sharp.
All right, Nastia, in trouble or not?
Well, you know, I think in my opinion, she is still on the team, but there really is no room for error. Tonight, she needs to go out there and hit
Look at Timmy's nipples.
Events, and that way Marta Caroli has a way to put her on that team.
Marta will be watching every move. Everything is in place. We're glad you've joined us. We do know this. It's going to be an amazing battle. The destination is Rio, but the journey is hard. Just ask defending Olympic champion Gabby Douglas.
Some days it feels like you could run a million miles.
Why were they using like American Idol singer music? Like they really, Philip Phillips, and then
I mean, this was very 2016 coded.
Yeah, this is the Portia from American Idol. Like, what's going on there? Because American Idol was Fox, and then became ABC. It was never an NBC. Clearly, someone on NBC's production team was an American Idol girly. This is the Portia. I'm an American Idol girly, so that's how I know.
I also feel like watching this trials is like watching the dinosaurs watch the light growing in the sky as the meteor is coming down on them.
Oh my god, right?
They've all put
You're so right on that.
But only 5 will get a chance to complete the dream that started so long ago.
It was not.
You know what? This isn't American Idol. This is The Voice.
No, this is American Idol. That's the Portia. She was an American Idol winner.
Back in
Yeah, but I mean, I think that this is them trying to replicate the voice.
I guess, but then why not use like the voice artists? What I'm saying.
Then the selection committee will go into a back room, and after a few minutes,
Well, also remember, all Olympic promo is done a year before the Olympics.
will take her 1 point
I guess, yeah.
and take this all around.
But like that song was an American Idol like winner. I don't know. It's weird. Like Philip Phillips and then La Portia. It's just odd to me, I guess.
Yeah, so this is the Leo that they used to call the sparkly vagina Leo.
Why?
You are a gay man.
It doesn't look like a sparkly vagina to me.
You are a gay man.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I really see it now.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
It's like Georgia O'Keeffe. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Oh my God, Georgia has so many vaginas in his art. Taylor said the center of the Leo looks like a vag. LMAO. I'm also gay, but it's not hard to see. Listen, I have not seen that many vaginas in my life.
So I have a story about being so gay that you miss obvious sexual things.
Okay.
So my grandfather was a World War II vet, and when he died, I got given a box of a bunch of his World War II souvenirs that my grandmother didn't want around and couldn't sell because they had swastikas on them or something like that. Like, he had things he picked up on the battlefield.
Yeah.
And so I went through and I sold things I could sell, and I kept some things. But, like, there was this, like, medal on it that had the front of it had a really, really racist image of a French North African soldier, like really racist. And the back had a naked woman chained to, I thought, a tree. And so I described this thing to my family, and they were like, "Oh, what do you mean there's a naked woman tied to a tree?" And so I showed it to them, and no, it's not a naked woman tied to a tree. It's a naked woman tied to a penis.
Catherine, you are a lesbian.
I am such a lesbian. I missed an incredibly obvious penis.
Yeah, it's okay.
And it's a famous historical image. I will DM it to you to show you how.
Oh, please. I mean, I clearly didn't see the vagina, but now I see it. I think it's supposed to be like over their heart. No, I see it. Yeah, that's a vagina. That's a vag. Vagina Childs. Vagina Childs. The Vagina Koshin. No. What is it? Vagina Goshen. Vagina Goshen. I never understood that.
So I have just sent you in DM this incredibly pornographic item.
I'm so excited. Oh my God, hold on. Hold on. Where is Twitter? X. Oh my God, Catherine. Yeah, that's a penis.
I acknowledge that it's a penis. I didn't notice it was a penis at first. I thought it was a tree.
Catherine, how? Do y'all want to see it? I'm gonna show. No, I can't show it on stream.
No, I don't think you can show that. I mean, I think that's legitimately too bad to show.
Yeah, that is too bad to show. That's funny. That's funny. Oh well.
I ended up donating it to a Holocaust Memorial Museum.
Oh, good.
thinking that she is a contender.
Taylor says, I never understood how Allie's ammunition was
It's
so...
not like I could sell that.
Yeah, no, you can't sell that. So Taylor said, I never understood how Allie's ammunition was so bad at like every competition leading up to both London and Rio, but she managed to nail them every time when she competed at the Olympics. Absolute beast. Yeah.
I think Allie was really good at measuring when her performances had to be perfect.
So is that one of the best chunks ever?
No.
Explain to people why.
Now, was that a stick?
Slight hop on the landing. Now we're being very critical, but that's exactly what the judges are looking for too. So you see her do great repulsion. Feet are pointed in the air, and I give that a stick. Yeah.
I mean, that landing isn't any worse than Rebecca's.
That was big time for her.
But there isn't.
I still say her block is bad.
There you go. That's what it is.
And I think, like, she's not as perfect in flight as Rebecca.
The height isn't there.
Her distance from the vault is not as good as Rebecca.
Nope. Thank you.
But she's still one arm shanging it.
Yep.
And this is her, Lori Hernandez from New Jersey.
And the thing is, at that point, that was deliberate.
I mean, at that point, it might, like, I don't want to say it's the best at that point, though, because the block is still the block.
And it's like her one arm was deliberate at that point. Like, she had learned how to do that vault like that. And that's wrong. No, this is a treat every time. Hold on. Let me turn it up.
I have less of a problem with her in 2021 than in 2016.
Agreed.
I just was an example to others, even if it worked for her.
So good. See, Laurie is so good up for y'all. Laurie is so good up for y'all. I don't want to get copyright claimed. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is Clouds.
Maybe she's just a little too amped up.
So, speaking of examples to others, Squishy was entering in scores on her lead score sheet from African Champs, and she asks me how in the world someone could get a point, I think it was like 0.4 E-score on Beam. And I'm like, oh, I know who that was.
Who was it?
It was one of the Cameroonian girls.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of dog. Yeah, it's Klaus.
Like, not a, 4-point-something E-score. A 0.4 E-score.
Yeah.
I talk a lot. Are you sure you want me to do this? All right, what do I say? Whatever I want? We just finished the first day of Olympic trials, which is pretty insane. I mean, as a little kid, this is all I've really thought about. Everyone keeps asking me how I'm feeling, and to be honest, I feel like I need a nap. I was so determined I had a good inside.
I feel like we need a nap. So real.
So real.
I think right now on Sunday, I'm just more worried.
By the way, Adex, you owe me. We're going to sit through men.
I know, we're going to sit through men. I know we are.
Make sure that I have waterproof mascara.
Going into day 2, I'm pretty excited because it's like the home stretch and it's actually here and it's just so unreal and we're all honored to be here and it's just so exciting.
I love my babies. Aww.
Olympic trials. So Allie will have to take her nap some other time. The judges didn't love Lori Hernandez's floor exercise. She gets a 14.7, and we'll explain
So
why
I
that could be
loved how
good news
like
for
the
Allie
narrative
Risner going
around
forward.
Allie was always
But I
about
also
her
think,
taking
that's
naps,
there's
and I'm like,
nothing really
this
to
is a
worry
smart
about. Yes,
athlete.
the score was a
This
little
is
low,
smart.
but
Yeah, you're right. Like,
her chance to
why wouldn't you take naps?
Now, there doesn't need to be any added drama, but there is around Gabby Douglas. There was that big fall night one off the balance beam and a coaching change right before these trials. What happened?
Well, basically what Gabby decided and what she told me exactly is she needed a coach that could be on the floor. This guy right here, Christian Geraldo, that would be
That wasn't even close.
She has been,
That wasn't even close.
been on the floor, but since her comeback
Gallardo.
started, someone else
Gerardo?
as well,
Wow.
who is not here. She's up there.
I
In
don't
the
care
seats.
about him
Kitty
saying his name
Carpenter,
right.
she's the head coach
Me
of
either.
Buckeye Gymnastics. Christian, the assistant coach.
Hold on, this is day 2. I'm gonna get some more popcorn, Captain. I'm sorry. I'm right back. I'm getting more popcorn. This is a good one. I've watched this like 80,000 times.
I'm glad to play my role, but to be honest, it's surprising to me she did it so late in the game.
Okay, so both coaches were with Gabby Douglas, and then they took Kitty and put her up in the stands, and ironically, she's very close to the vault. I mean, the balance beam where the fall happened.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think what Gabby needs to do is just completely focus on her gymnastics. And there's been a lot of changes in the last few months and the last few weeks and days. But, you know, what she needs to do tonight is focus on her gymnastics and hit 4 clean routines.
You know, I've never seen gymnasts change coaches so close to the Olympic Games. Personally, if it was me, I would have recommended that's a bad idea.
That's what champions do.
Great job.
Well, the night begins about as good as it can right now for Gabby Douglas. She's got 3 more challenges to go. And then at the end of the night, Team USA will be announced. A rare smile from Gabby Douglas. She may have refound the joy.
I wouldn't mind the narrative if it didn't mean that they didn't show routines. Like, if they only did narrative between, like, rotations.
Holding as many rolls of tape to fill a pharmacy, Gabby Douglas moves on to the second rotation with a 15.0 on the vault. How good was this, Nasia?
And this was pretty much as good as she has been doing all week here. So you see her get a pretty good repulsion and some height off of the vault and just a tiny hop on the landing.
And everybody knows, including Christian, that Gabby Douglas needs a big night. And what a way to start. It's as clean as I've seen her do it, and the landing was, I guess if they're being really critical, they're going to take a 10th off.
I wonder if Gabby comes back from American Classic, if, speaking of narratives, if we're going to get a, like, Gabby, the comeback girl, has to crawl out of, like, a hole she's dug for herself narrative.
This routine right here is very crucial because Marta definitely said that she needs to prove that she can do well on all 4 of the events tonight.
I could see that.
The injury Nastia was talking about was her right knee. You see that bandage that she had on it. Happened about 3 months ago. You see right there. And then take a look at the left knee as well. In 2014, she dislocated that kneecap, had to have surgery on that. And then, like I said, 3 months ago, injured it. So this is where it's challenging. Her opening tumbling run, super difficult. Lands a little bit low with her chest down and takes a big step. That's really hard to do after coming back from an injury like that.
I have no idea what it means, but you may have seen in the background during the routine, the selection committee wasn't really watching.
The selection committee, of course, Marta Karolyi on your right, and then Tatiana Perovskaya and Taryn Humphreys, who is the athlete representative. Taryn, a silver medalist in 2004 on both the team and the uneven bars. Perovskaya, a tremendous coach. She helped Oksana Omelianchik win an all-around championship in 1985 and Ashley Postel win beam in 2002.
That score's not going to help.
Yeah, she just had, you know, too many little deductions. We're going to talk about it today. You can't just stick a landing anymore. You got to land in the proper position, and she didn't have that.
Here's Reagan Smith. Floor exercise. She's one of those bubbled kids, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, Marta Karolyi told me after P&Gs, I'm looking for Reagan to settle herself. She was so confident at the beginning of the season. Needs to get back to that now.
I hate Texas James floors.
Okay. But I have a question. Why is Tatiana Perovskaya still on the selection committee?
What's the problem with having her there?
I just feel like she's from the old guard and, you know.
Yeah, but there's no, to my knowledge, no abuse allegations against her. She's on there as a judge. She's always been on there as a judge. She's the highest ranking judge in the United States. I mean, what's the problem with her being there? Like, if your problem is that she was friends with Marta, I mean, she was sitting next to Marta. That's not a reason to, like, fire her from her job.
You're right.
Good job.
You're right.
I mean, I would feel differently if there was actually an abuse complaint against her, but, like, I haven't heard one.
Yeah, me either.
Which is remarkable given that, you know, she's an old Soviet coach. But, like, I'll tell you that I have a soft spot for her because she's the only U.S. coach besides Cassie Rice I've ever heard say that a gymnast's mistake was her fault.
A lot of legends in the house tonight. Gymnastics like Nadia and otherwise, like Kobe Bryant. And think about it.
Because she totally owned, like, Ashley Postel had a really bad day at 2003 U.S. Championships, and like the next day she was like, "Yeah, that was my fault."
After that, you may not have to be in the top.
That's good. I didn't know about that.
Picture for Team USA.
She essentially said that she had pushed too much difficulty on Ashley, and that she should have dialed it back.
And even I know where you're going to start, Tim.
Well, you got to start with the most dominant female athlete in the world and the greatest gymnast that's ever been, Simone Biles. She helps tremendously in 3 different spots.
And then comes Aly Raisman. She's been as confident and reliable as anybody could ask from her.
But you got a new one. This is new, folks. Lori Hernandez. Her trials have been unbelievable thus far. I think she's a lock right now.
And then you see if Team USA struggles anywhere, it would be the uneven bars. So that's where Madison Koshin or Ashton Locklear could come handy.
And what name are we missing? It used to be there, Gabby Douglas. She's down here. She's got something to prove. She started great, but she's got 3 more events to prove to Marta Karolyi that she is absolutely in the discussion.
And a few more that are in the discussion. You have Maggie Nichols, Michaela Skinner, and Reagan Smith.
And that structure is because in the very important team finals, Team USA will be sending up 3 gymnasts, and all those scores count.
Well, Karen was rightly fired as athlete rep, so I'm not sure I have any other thoughts about that.
Event, though. She's been doing that vault for a long time, and she does it extremely well. Where she goes next is
Do you remember why?
lady right here, Marta Karolyi, the national team coordinator.
I mean, she was fired for posting things on Facebook about how some people call
the tremendous accomplishments
it abuse and others call it tough coaching.
Yep. The sport of gymnastics.
And Rio's going to be the end of an era.
It is. She is actually stepping down after that. I asked her if she was getting nostalgic at all, and she said, absolutely not. I've got a job to do. I'm going to do it. She
Do you think she knew?
Right before the competition began that still, even at
What do you
that
mean?
point, her team had not.
You know what I mean.
I said, what if?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Do you think Marta knew about the abuse? And so she was stepping down?
Team USA could really take
I think, well, I mean,
finish 1-2
they
in the team
knew in that the first reports were a year before this. But
Biles in the top
I
spot
think
of this
Marta didn't know it was happening when it was happening, only because I think she didn't care to know.
Very important to
Well, one of the main reasons she came back was she was tied for 3rd in the all-around at the London Olympic Games, and they broke the tie. She did not get a medal, and she said she wanted to come back. She thought that was so wrong. So she is doing this routine. It's so critical for her to prove to Marta Karolyi that she can be depended on the first day of Olympic competition, so she has a shot to be in the all-around. It is not her best event. Here's a release right here. A little bit close on that. That'll be a deduction. Oh, and that was well past a handstand.
He's supposed to connect it to that skill right there. Not a huge mistake.
Dismount.
I would love to watch the all-around.
She's definitely done better before, but for Allie, we say this every time, and she always tells us she just wants to get.
We can do that at some point this summer.
Well, after her coach, who you're going to see in a second right here.
It's the IOC. You don't want to touch that.
He says,
oh, you're right.
Bars, make the routine as short as possible.
If he can somehow get in front of Lori Hernandez, that could help out her argument for being.
You can do a Discord, like exclusive one.
Yeah, she's not gonna
move
ahead.
We're probably going to have to do the Olympics this summer, the actual Olympics on Discord.
On this event.
Yeah.
Same exact vault we saw from Gabby Douglas.
Because they're going to be hunting Twitch for Olympic stuff.
Yeah, that's my fault.
No, it's not. Like, I think the IOC is going to be all over Twitch
That coach right there,
for Olympic stuff.
She said, Lori is like my firstborn. I've had her since she was 5 years old. It's her first time being at this
And on Meta,
level
and on
as a coach.
Twitter.
Allie Raceman gets a
But we could probably do it on Discord.
Yeah.
14.3. She's smiling her way through it. Now to the story of Gabby Douglas. Had a great start on her vault, and it's time for the Moments of Progress presented by Citi. Here she is with Andrea after night 1.
You had told us
So I'm not
you were really
going
trying
to
to
ask you
recapture
for
the joy
details,
that you felt like in the last
but
month,
do you
maybe that
think the
had lost
rumors
some of that.
about
Is that still a work in
Gabby and
progress then for you,
Christian
would you say?
are true?
It really is, because I feel like I spent so much time on being aggressive, then I have to just uproot that out and just cast that away. And it's
I
going to
plead
take
the
a little bit
fifth.
of time to, kind of
Just
get
say
that
yes
back,
or no.
but not very long.
I plead the fifth.
What do you you tell yourself as you get ready for Sunday then? What's the most
What?
important thing you're monitoring?
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth,
Just
okay.
keep fighting and not giving up and not throwing everything away just because I made one little mistake.
But that
Just to
should
really
tell you
get
what my answer
there
is.
And gotta fight for it, Gabs.
That moment of progress brought to you by Citi, sponsors of progress. Lori Hernandez got a 15.15 on her vault, and this is the moment here tonight for Gabby Douglas, because as you guys projected out, this is the apparatus.
Yeah, and this is exactly where she needs to fight. The Team USA would absolutely use her in the lineup in the team finals competition on this event.
I always feel like Gabby uses more chalk than anybody in the world.
Oh, she does.
Of the night for her.
Gabby's mom, Natalie Hawkins. The other night it was Team Purple, wasn't it?
You know,
I mean, I
they
think
actually match whatever
a lot
color
of the
leotard
gym
she's wearing.
community dislike of Gabby is really about Natalie.
Yeah, her mouth sucks.
Right up the top will be a very tricky release.
And you notice that Natalie has never not been seen
Exactly.
this year.
Natalie is Camelia Voinia.
She barely got her hands on
I'm
that.
surprised people did not point out that Camila Voinia looked like a clown at Euros.
Same.
Oh boy. Not a big error, but she's
Like,
supposed to go immediately.
I cannot explain
She
her
did an extra
makeup.
circle around the bar.
Natalie in the back, she's a 2-2, says Johanner. So is Camelia.
2 down and 2 to go.
Camelia as an adult has made me hate Camelia as a gymnast, and I hate that because I liked her before.
Did that just clinch Rio?
Damn! Dang, me too.
You can come. She just goes error-free on the next 2 events.
What are you looking at in the ceiling, Marta?
Right. Oh, of
So
course.
this is done in combination, so it makes it very tricky. Now look at her hands. She barely gets them around the bar. It's a long hang, and then look at that beautiful, gorgeous position. On the low bar, right here, very difficult element. This is called an L grip, pirouettes, and she's supposed to go right now, right up. You see the coach? She does an extra swing in that straddled position. She's gonna lose a little bit in connection.
But this is where she doesn't lose too much. Her dismount, 2 flips in a laid out position. She spots the ground. Boom.
That seems like a positive vote to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can usually read her emotions. A 15.25 for Gabby Douglas. Her Olympic trials tonight is halfway done.
Well, how old is Sabrina? Catherine, do you know?
Find your path with
I do not know.
today.
She's 18 now, right?
Back in San Jose, they may
I
not
think
be
she would
part of
have
our
to be.
coverage tonight. We want to congratulate Brenna Dowell, Christina Desiderio, Emily Schill.
She's 16.
Rachel Goey,
I
and
mean,
Amelia
17
Huntley
at
for making their way
youngest.
to these trials.
Johanna said she's 16.
And you know, she told me that I have time to get a little bit stronger, heal up a little bit more. If they were to choose me, I'd be better by the time Rio rolled around.
I mean,
Double twist, same vault we saw from Lori Hernandez and Gabby Douglas.
She turns 17 on June 4th.
Very nice job. The problem is she was capable of doing an extra half twist, and I really think that she might have needed that to work her way onto that team.
maybe it's just like,
Simone Biles and Madison Kosher
you know,
on one of the most
overlining her lip.
bars performances she will ever do. These are the Olympic trials on NBC. We'll be right back.
Because I had the same argument with someone else. They were like, she's just overlining her lip. I'm like, oh, okay.
At 11 on 11 News.
Maggie Nichols with a 15.1 on the vault. Now one of the spinniest vaults you'll ever see. Simone Biles.
So, Al, in training yesterday, I saw Simone Biles do this vault, and it was far and away the most perfect piece of gymnastics I have ever seen in my life. Perfect. There were a lot of 10s given out over the years. It was better than all of them. Watch this.
That's not 10.
Oh, jeez. And it was great, but you saw that slight little slide. She did that vault, but just rocked the landing. I would say, you know, this starts at a 16.3. So, my opinion, this is a 16.2 vault right here. So watch her center of gravity. Watch how it just jettisons up in the air. Open body, tiny, tiny little hop.
And even with the hop, the biggest score we've seen, 1/10 deducted.
And that was unbelievable, but I'll tell you, she really wanted that stick.
And that was pretty much as close to a perfect score that we have seen.
That's as close as you can get. My guess is every single one of the judges down on the floor, they had that same 1/10 of a point. 1/10 shy of perfect.
Now, Madison Koshin locked up in an intense battle with Ashton Locklear. It's a difference of tenths.
Yeah, that little girl and with the
she seemed so upset
brown hair,
that would cost her a
that's
spot.
Witzogawi, yeah.
But it is bars that's going to get the job done. You see, Locklear has that advantage in the first competition as well as the second competition. Then it gets really tight. They tied night 2 at P&G's, and then first night here, once again, a tie. So it's very, very close.
I mean, it's like they're going to beat Mustafina.
The reigning world champion.
No one did.
From Glasgow in 2015. Now watch this combination and right back up.
I love how they're acting like that 2015 bars final was a meaningful event.
Looking for
I want a gold medal there.
Gorgeous release.
The only person who didn't win a gold medal in Glasgow's bars final was Gabby.
Right.
That's exactly what she needed to do.
So I'm not a fan of this, like, white on Giuseppe fabric on her, Leo.
I don't like it on anybody.
Like, if you're gonna have a white, it needs to be matte.
Yeah. It can't be that shiny, reflective, like, material.
On the uneven bars, she gets a very high 15.9. Meanwhile, the standings, Simone Biles is really pulling away as Laurie Hernandez solidifies the second spot over Allie Raisman. She's just ahead of Michaela Skinner, and Gabby Douglas has improved from 7th to 5th. And again, those top 5, that does not mean that's Team USA. Only the top spot guarantees it, and that's Gabby Douglas. But Laurie Hernandez has been very, very impressive.
She really has, and we got to talk to her after the first day of competition. She said it was
Isn't it the Bridget Sloan all around, Leo?
cheering for me, and I use that as positive energy. Get used to that, Laurie.
Her coach, Maggie Haney, right there, said to me at the last championship, she said,
That is the Bridget Sloan all around, Leo. That is.
either going to be 4th or 5th on, or 1st or 2nd off. But I think she's wrong. I think it's already a done deal because of performances that she's had so far, and she's great here, which helps the U.S. tremendously. bunch of releases that she'll do in a row. Transition down to the low. She actually left one of them out. This is where she struggled night one. That was great. So she's talking about when she transitions from the low bar to the high bar, Lori must have thought she didn't have enough swing out of it to do the release that she typically does. She takes that out. So here are those releases. She would have done one prior to this. She chose to take it out. This one's very nicely done. And she'll do it again, but she'll straddle her legs on it, so it's a different move, and then grab on, transition to the low bar. That's called a pack salto.
Back to Michaela Skinner. Has she done enough?
The balance beam isn't exactly her strength, but she's great on the vault and the floor exercise. But this is still an important routine for her to make, to show Marta that she's consistent and reliable.
Very difficult. In combination, just a little bit off on that. She has one of the highest maximum potential scores in not just this meet, but on the world level. Nice.
Are we really talking about her as the highest potential beam scores?
I guess, girl.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, Michaela Skinner has been doing her job.
that's just like, I can't even
Gabby has been doing
compute that.
her job as well, and that is really, it's bad news for Michaela. This is so hard, though. Full twisting double somersault. We'll see Simone Biles do one as well a little later.
Okay, I'm gonna go pee on that note, because that's a lot. That's a lot.
She gets a hug from Bruce McGee, one of her coaches, and Lisa
That's a lot.
Spini.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not impressed with the most difficult X routine in the world if it's not well, like,
Cautious tail, 14.75 on the uneven bar.
well done.
One more event to go. Now, everyone in the building knows what happened on the balance beam to Gabby Douglas on night one Friday.
This is what occurred. As I said at the top of the show, she really had gotten through most of her most difficult skills, but this right here, a simple full turn off the balance beam. I saw her do a whole bunch of them in warm-ups. Look how it drifts to the side right from the get-go, and that foot kind of gets stuck underneath her. Can't pivot it around all the way, but it really looked like she could have maybe figured out a way. Yeah.
A little bit.
And right over her shoulder is the coach who was taken out as the head coach, if you want to call it that.
She still is in the gym at Buckeye Gymnastics, where Gabby will go back to.
And after day one, Gabby said, obviously I had some mistakes, but I'm going to really fight for it today.
So far, the karma between the coach and Gabby has looked very good tonight. There are times when she does this performance, guys, where she almost looks mad. Watch the way she throws down her hands. It looks like there's a real vengeance to it.
I think they're chanting Gabby, yeah.
It's pretty cool. Delay here as the judges ponder the score of Michaela Skinner.
I'm not sure if there's anything worse than having a delay and waiting to start your routine, especially on the balance beam. It just makes you so much more nervous.
Very nice. There's a big test right here. Back handspring layout.
Watch this skill right here. Very difficult.
Back with a full. Wow. And she's got more to do. That turn that she fell on night one. A lot more authoritative right there.
See the crowd react to that?
There's her dismount. Coming combination to a double pike somersault.
Shake it off.
Sorry about that, folks. I have an audio booster on my phone so that I can actually hear Adex. And I got a phone call in the middle of that, and that made my ringer like incredibly loud.
But it's not a necessity in the team final. Her biggest challenge was uneven bars,
and it was a scam call.
Now, part of the conversation, Nastia, has to be a belief that I'm sure Marta has, that in a couple of weeks of having her at the ranch, they can fix some things, right?
Well, yes, of course. You know, they're going to go down to the ranch for about 9 or 10 days before they head to Rio, but still. And here's where she felt a full twisting back tuck. And she tried, but she just was way too far off. That foot just didn't quite.
But you see it drifting to the side right away. It's a little bit easier to take falling off on a back with a full than a full turn, but it still hurts just as much.
Let's go to Andrea Joyce, who's with Gabby's mom.
All right, Al. Well, Natalie insists that she was not holding.
Oh, this is the one. This is the one.
A couple of minutes, but what is it like for you up here, knowing that beam
okay,
routine?
I just have to laugh at delusion here.
In terms of the Olympics.
So in that sort of underdog,
I'm sad that
wishing,
because I know how much
someone thinks that Simone would get a bars medal in Paris.
Perfect. But I know the greatness that she has in her, and I know what she's capable
That's
of.
never going to happen.
I just hope that, she can keep everything
not
together.
in this bars field, she's not.
Before that, she seemed to have flipped a switch. What did she say to you after Friday night? Because she was very disappointed.
Yeah. Well, she was actually okay. I mean, she
Unless everyone else implodes.
Ever seen her in after a meet and after not doing as well as, she had expected to do. And, we've had some hurdles
to overcome, some injuries that she's had to deal with. But, I'm so pleased with everything that she's done.
How concerned are you with these kinds of mistakes, though, especially on the beam, that her opportunity might be
I swear I'm going to murder some American 4-year fans.
We're people of faith, and I just
do it. Just kill him.
That everything is going to work out the way that it should.
What would you tell Marta? What
Like,
case would
I am
you
totally
make for
going to
Gabby
murder
make
some
this
American fans before the end of
I would tell her to consider
this journey.
all of the
Probably have to.
routines that she's had, at American Cup, at Gisolo. She was working back from an injury, and the fact that she could come back so strong was pretty phenomenal. And then her placement at Worlds was pretty amazing too. So
why are you talking this much, Natalie?
all the most recent competitions and see that
No, they love Natalie.
they all make mistakes out there.
Like, this
and,
interview is going on forever and ever and ever.
Spoken like a true
Yep.
mom. Thanks, Natalie. Back to you, Al.
There it goes.
Okay, Andrea. Meanwhile, after the
Okay, Andrea.
a little extra time, and that's usually not a good sign. Michaela Skinner got a 14.5, but with the fall, Gabby Douglas gets a 14.1.
Well, remember, this is not an event she has to do in the 3-up, 3-count team finals. I think she's still okay at this point.
Maggie Nichols at the uneven bars.
5 months
But we just watched the men. I'm kind of over the women.
had Maggie on the Olympic team, including myself, without question. Thought they were a little harsh on her day one.
Catherine,
Watch this combination right here.
Yeah.
Back
we just watched the men.
Yeah, we're going to watch the men because you owe me.
Yeah, can we watch them now instead of watching this?
No, we're going to watch the end of this.
Okay.
Last pirouette.
We don't have to watch them name the team.
Okay.
So far, Maggie has had a great night, but will it be enough?
I mean, we're almost done, aren't we?
No, honey, we just started this. See?
Especially on Florex.
We have an hour to go on this.
Could be a factor.
Yeah, but a lot of that's going to be like naming the team stuff.
Okay.
Like, let me look and see when the real end of that is.
This week on NBC. Packed house, over 17,000 here at the SAP Center in San Jose, California, just south of San Francisco. Watching at home is, well, it's Boomer Phelps. He's got his own Instagram account, and he wrote this: Dad and I got to spend some father-son time today after I went to the doctors. We watched women's gymnastics trials. Well, Michael, if you're out there, hi, congratulations on a 5th Olympics. Now go change Boomer's diaper. Al Troutwig, Tim Daggett, Nastia Lukin, Andrea Joyce back here. And boy, this was a woman who was about as upset as you can get after night one.
Yeah, the uneven bars is definitely her specialty and her strength and her key to trying to make this team. But night one.
So Adex, the last routine ends at 1:35 on the video.
Okay.
But there is a storyline where that fall off the balance beam may not.
So I don't know where we are right now.
We are currently at
If she's going for only one event and
52:27.
confident that she can deliver
That's
on
like 40
balance
minutes.
beam as well, I think that's a tall order.
Yeah, so that's not as much
Yeah.
time as you
What
think.
Madison
Yeah, we can go.
Koshin
We can do
brings to
this.
the table, you see that 15.9. That's going
I mean, they spend a lot of time in that, like,
the ability to fill in if somebody
reality show nonsense at the end of this.
And I think it's like I've watched this so many times.
Because past Olympic Games, there have been a number of U.S. athletes that have gone down with injury.
I think
You're just excited you haven't watched the men and you actually care about the men on the 2015 team.
I haven't watched the men actually.
Previous Olympic Games, so it's always good to have a little bit of a depth in your team.
So her routine is not quite as difficult as Madison Koshin, but what she has been consistently doing, even when they tied, she has less deductions in the routine. She's more perfect on her routine.
I thought they had the same difficulty.
I think the problem with both of them is that
That's for sure.
the rest of the world kept improving, and they did not improve from 2015.
Yeah.
She's actually has Native American heritage, the Lumbee tribe. Should be the first to represent that tribe at the Olympic Games in gymnastics. She's gonna just keep flying from one to the other and then back down again. So you look for perfect handstands. The end of that, absolutely flawless.
I like Ashton more than I do Madison.
Shy.
They're the same gymnast to me.
Yeah.
Well, she came through this time.
Oh, boy. That was tremendous.
Okay, so those three are going to go into a room the moment the last rotation is done. We put 12 minutes on the clock, and then the announcement happens tonight.
It never happens like that.
And her lines are just so beautiful. And she really just, what every gymnast wants to do, stick the landing, and they've been drilling it every single day in practice. She flies so high, nails it. Just about as good as she can do.
Hold on, my mom just got here. I'll be right back. My mom just got here.
Madison Koshin on the balance beam.
So remember, in the qualifying rounds, can you help? On the balance beam, can you Well, she did it. She put every one of them to her feet, and I think that woman right there is going to her second Olympic Games.
You got it, Mios.
You know, she said she felt criticized, that everybody was saying she was so stoic and looked angry, mad. She sure didn't show that here on this floor routine. Think she could kind of taste it a little bit.
And that's exactly what she said when we talked to her. She said just a few weeks ago in St. Louis, I was trying to be too focused and too fierce, and I want to go out there and have fun.
It's pretty fun to make your second Olympic team.
I can imagine, but I'm not sure how that feels.
So Gabby Douglas's night is done. She's done what she can do.
Now you sit back and wait.
Doesn't score very well. 14.55. Well over a point in deductions.
But really, remember, the place where she is so critical is the uneven bars, and that, you know, they certainly watched that routine. There's no question the selection committee did, but she delivered on the event that Team USA needs her to win that Olympic team gold medal on the uneven bars.
Could Gabrielle look more like a supervillain with that facial hair?
I wondered if it was risky to make that coaching switch. It looks like it has played out in Gabby Douglas's favor.
But she did admit that it's been hard to flip the switch and get back on track after these changes, the mistakes that she's had.
There, of course, she was always on the floor. Since Gabby started her comeback, that's Kitty Carpenter. She's still at the gym. Gabby still is from Buckeye Gymnastics. Christian is the assistant coach. Kitty is the head coach of that program.
Over to the balance beam we go. Maggie Nichols is standing by to end her Olympic trials. And boy, Nessie, I don't know how you do it, but if there was one moment of lament that she would have, it was what happened to her on this apparatus.
Yeah, you know, night one, they all just seemed a little bit nervous, a little bit shaky. And Maggie really could not afford any mistakes. And right there, you see her come off. Taking another look at it. Right from the beginning, her shoulders and her hips were right off the side of the beam.
Yeah, she really needed to be just about flawless here. She needed to be back to her 2015 shape where she was phenomenal. The only USA gymnast to compete all 4 events in that team final that won the Worlds in 2015. Beautiful. Nice.
Simone said, "Your coach." Gotta hug the coach before you can hug your best friend. She's excited with how her day went. And here's that wolf turn that you see so many people doing. Maggie has complete control. She makes her way around.
And you know, we've been talking about the selection committee. This is actually named after Taryn Humphrey, who is on that selection committee. This very nice double pike somersault. She did all she could do today, I'll tell you. Just wish she could have stayed on that beam day one, but a remarkable comeback for this young lady as well.
Maggie Nichols gets a 14.9, only 1 point of deductions. So nicely done by her and the resulting smile. We're down to the last few routines here. We've got Reagan Smith and then a few on the other side of the break, and then it's selection time.
Reagan Smith, you know, she's such a talented newcomer to the senior competition, but she's so young and, you know, of course, still eager to grab a spot on this team. And this is exactly where she could do it. She is so good on this event.
I think Marta and the selection committee a few months ago had more legitimate thinking that she could factor in on the team. I think she just hasn't been as great as she needs to be. Marta recommended day one here that she change her dismount from something super difficult to something that she could do a little bit cleaner. She really tumbles on the beam. Watch this. Big back handspring and then bounces into this stretched flip. Great. And this is awesome. Back with a full. We saw Gabby stumble on this. There you go. Saw her in the airport after the P&G championships, and she was a little frustrated with her scores. Thought they were a little low, as did I. We'll see if she does that harder dismount today or not. Nope, just the double pike. That was a phenomenal routine.
I'm telling you, if you saw her in person, you wouldn't believe it.
4'6", little Reagan Smith. 16 years
Stop
old
calling her little,
after the Olympic
like
start.
she's short, not like a child.
Of course, Kim was coached by Bella Caroli. There's a couple generations of gymnastics coaching going on there.
And he's been watching her all over the place. Bella is a big Reagan Smith fan. And you know how he feels about Kim Zmeskal. Just a few routines to go, as I mentioned.
There's something weird about Bella Caroli petting Kim Zmeskal's head.
Filters.
Tonight, a 15.3 on the balance beam is huge, and that is
So the last routine, Adex, is Lori.
California. Al Troutwig, Tim Daggett, Nastia Lukin, Andrea Joyce, and we're coming right down to the wire here. Ashton Locklear in her final rotation on the balance beam, where she had her worst moment of the trials on night one.
Like,
what happened?
Going back to my feeling that routines that are irrelevant should not be counted. Like, her beam is irrelevant.
Right off. It's devastated.
Well, Now a second chance for what it's worth.
So if she wants to make her case, scream loudly. Remember, she fell night 1, but Madison fell night 2 here tonight. Whoa. Here we go. Perfect.
A little shaky.
Very nice combination. You want to go to the Olympic Games, but you want to also have a great trials. Sans that fall on beam night 1. She has been fantastic.
That was so good. So good. So good. So good.
Good job. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Very good.
And now Madison Koshin on floor exercise. You like this routine?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I just like her as a gymnast. Impossible for her not to be received well by the international judges. A tremendous kid. And you know, Al, it doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. You always want depth and you want to have options in case something goes wrong. She provides that with her tremendous bars and being able to get the job done, if need be, on the other 3 events.
All right. You're done.
Oh, I say stop or whatever.
No, that was awesome.
You were producing a gymnastics movie. Was it, you know, she walked up to the door and said, done.
Hire.
We've got her. So better. for Ashton Locklear than night one, that's for sure. Gabby Douglas runs out as Simone Biles gets set to conclude her trials and wrap up officially a spot on the team. The all-around winner is a guaranteed trip to the Olympic Games, and the selection committee in just a few minutes is going to pick the 4 who complete Team USA, and it's happening tonight.
Night one, she had a little mistake on this skill. Not tonight.
And this coming up right here, relatively new skill, front flip with a half. Watch her look at the beam.
Wow.
That's shocking. She struggled with consistency on that early when she started doing it, but has been so much better on it as of late. Ooh, a little bit off again. Big dismount right here.
As I remember, she had a rough finish to nationals too. Could it just be fatigue, maybe?
Yeah, you know, I think they've had 2 back-to-back competition, actually 3, and they might have a little bit of exhaustion in themselves.
Well, no, the routine actually is very nice. It's just the first front half was missed in 2 weeks.
And there you hear it. Coach Amy Borman says first front half you've missed in 2 weeks. And she's right. I've seen her do it a whole bunch of times here, and it's been perfect.
But, you know, despite that fall, she is still going to win the Olympic trials. She is still going to secure her spot on the Olympic team as soon as her score comes up.
And you know what's crazy? I think she could have that same performance, and she'll still be the Olympic all-around champion, believe it or not. But look here. Yes, absolutely. She's that much better than everybody else. You know, really, I don't think it was off to the side. I just think that it was so under-rotated. Her chest was really low. Let's see. Little bit off to the side. No, I was wrong, definitely. She's off to the side right from the get-go. When you twist a little bit early on anything, it causes great problems in gymnastics.
But, you know, despite winning or not winning the Olympic trials, which of course she'll win, you don't want to end your Olympic trials with a fall on your last and final event.
Allie Raceman will now get the crowd very much involved with her floor exercise.
Reigning Olympic champion on this event.
Madison Koshin, who went just before Allie, got a 14.7 for her floor ex.
So this is tremendous in so many respects, but the first tumbling run is just outrageous. Skill after skill jam-packed together. I don't know how she fits it all in one floor exercise area. And that time she doesn't. That was both feet out of bounds. That's a 3/10 deduction plus the deduction for the step. And that girl is going back to the Olympics.
Okay. Now then, doesn't matter. Right now, doesn't matter. Good job. Very good.
He was trying, making the correction, but saying it doesn't matter, and he's right, because there is no way she is not going to Rio. Look at this. So many passes in a row, and she'll go way in the air, and she's a little over-rotated, has too much energy forward, and that just jettisons her body out as opposed to straight up.
But the following tumbling pass, she does an Arabian double pike, so you see right from the takeoff, she'll turn and do 2 flips forward in a pike position. Lands it perfectly.
That's Simone cheering hard for her future teammate. Everybody's cheering for Ali Raisman, in fact.
And actually, it's her coach's birthday today.
Happy birthday to Mihai.
There you go.
You're in sync.
And she said, I said, Ali, where are you going to get him? She goes, I'm going to make the Olympic team. That'll be his gift.
Well, they were the Fierce Five, right? Fierce enough to get 2 of that team back into the Olympic picture. I'm glad it's over, she said. Simone Biles gets a 14.75, but she can't be caught tonight. She's going to get that all-around top spot, guaranteed spot on the team. Michaela Skinner is going to hate being in that room waiting for the selection committee.
She's going to hate so much about that.
Really good about what she has done at the Olympic trials here. This is a big routine for her. It's a place where she could contribute. Both feet, once again, 3/10 off.
A lot of out of bounds tonight. She's had some really good moments this weekend.
And Tim, as you said, you know, it might be hard for her to sit in that room as the selection committee makes their decision, but she did absolutely everything possible this weekend here in San Jose.
She's dancing again.
Good job.
And now the last performance in these Olympic trials, Lori Hernandez. What must she be thinking about what her future is going to be? Does she allow herself to think she's in there right now?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think that she could have a rough routine, could fall off, and she's still going to go, but No way is she thinking that. First year senior.
That's one question.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I go with my mom and then come back and do the men? And that way I'll stay up and we won't fall asleep.
Yep.
Don't be mad at me.
So when do we do men?
We'll do men here in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll come back at like 10:20.
Yes, that works. And then we'll be up for the women.
10:20 Eastern.
Okay. Sounds good to me. This is a good routine.
This is a really good routine.
Okay, thanks for stealing my thunder, Tim.
She has every single one of her teammates standing and watching and cheering her on. Just the dismount left, and she's going to Rio.
And dreaming of this her whole life.
Gorgeous. All right, y'all. I'm gonna leave my mom. I'll be right back. Catherine, I'll see you in a minute. I'm so sorry.
Look at this.
I love you. You know I love you. I'm sorry for making you wait. Yeah, we'll be back with the men in about an hour and a half. I'm gonna go with my mom, talk to her about my dad and all that. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay? Love you so much.